Hello guys, namaste, bonjour, hola, konnichiwa. Welcome to my channel School Time. Yes, to you matter. Let's start. So today we are going to study about matter. Then do you know what is matter? Let me tell you. Matter is the substance found outside us like wood, air, water, etc. Or similarly, geometry box, board, tape, paper, pencils, etc. Some of them are pure, then some of them are impure. For example, copper, gold, silver, etc. So, do you know what is pure matter and what is impure matter? Okay, let me tell you. So, matter, as we discussed above, matter is the thing found outside us. Similarly, pure and impure matter are found outside us too. So, the matter which cannot be broken into elements is called pure matter. Similarly, the matter which can be broken into several elements or formed by the combination of two or more than two elements are known as impure matter. Okay, you may search it on Google, pure or impure matter. Okay, matter, but it may show you substance. So there is no big difference between matter and pure substance. That depends on the teacher that she or he will give you marks or not. For example of pure matter are oxygen, gold, copper, etc. Then similarly, examples of impure matter are rock, fruit, salad, muddy water, etc. So guys, let's discuss about elements. So okay, now we are going to know what is element. A substance that cannot be reduced to simpler substance by normal chemical means and that is composed of atoms having an identical number of protons in each nucleus. So we will later discuss about protons, electrons, neutrons, etc. and the nucleus orbits, etc. So let's focus on elements. We all know that there is 118 elements in a periodic chart. But do we know how many of them are natural and how many of them are artificial? Are there more elements in the universe? And the answer is 92 elements are natural except of it all are man-made means our scientists have discovered it. And the last but not the least question was, are there more elements in the nature? Then the answer is yes, there are more elements in nature cause sorry universe because we don't know what is in the universe. There are maybe more planets than the eight we have studied. So there could be more elements in the whole universe. So do you know how our artificial elements are formed? Okay, let me tell you. They are formed by the reaction of two or more than two elements, or simply we can understand by the combination of two or more than elements. Two elements. Okay? Okay, let's talk about atoms and molecules. Okay, the tiniest particle of an element or compound which cannot be seen with our naked eyes is known as an atom. So, atom is a very small slash, tiny or small things, very small particle. Similarly, on the other hand, we have molecule. So basically, molecule is also tiny particles, but they are made by the combination of two or more than two particles, but of same atoms, which means both the atoms are same. Or in other words, molecule can be defined as the smallest particle which has same characteristics, sign, and element or a compound. For example, O2. What do you know what is O2? Oxygen. Two particles of oxygen. It has two similar element which is oxygen. Okay, let's discuss about compound. Okay, do we know what a compound is? A compound is a substance that contains atoms of two or more different elements, and these atoms are chemically joined together. Or, in other words, compound is a substance made up of different atoms and different molecules. So here is a pictures or diagram to make you understand. So atoms, molecules, compounds. A compound consists of two or more elements chemically bonded in a fixed ratio. Okay, for example, H2O means water. It consists of two particles of hydrogen and one particle of oxygen, which it means it is made up of two molecules. Another example is salt. Chemical name is NaCl, sodium chlorine. It is also made from two molecules, which is sodium and chlorine. So we studied about atom, molecule, and compound. Let me tell you something more about them. Means atoms, molecules, elements, and compounds. So tiniest particle, then comes small molecule, and element, and then compound. Means the smallest is atom, then comes molecule, then comes element, then comes compound. So here is the difference between compound and element. Element, compound. Pure substance, impure substance. Has only one kind of atom, has two or more kinds of atom. Represents by symbol, represented by chemical formula. Smallest particle is atom, smallest particle is molecule. So here is a diagram to understand. So let's step. So here is a diagram to make you understand about matter, substances, elements, and compounds. So first is there is matter, then comes pure impure substance, then pure substance equals to element, impure substance equals to compound. For example of elements, hydrogen, helium, lithium, etc. And compound is, for example, NaCl, which is salt, H2O, which is water, CH4, which is methane, etc. Structure of an atom. It is very important. So we can list the structure of an atom in the following points. I make it easy. So what's it carefully? Tiniest particle of an element. An atom is made up of three different types of particles, which are also known as the subatomic particles. They are protons, neutrons, electrons. I said before, we will discuss about them. So here they are. So proton is represented by P plus. Plus represent positive. So proton is a positive. Neutron is represented by N0. Zero represents neutral. So neutron is neutral. And electron is represented by E minus. Minus represents negative. So here is a note. It may come in exams. The house of protons and neutron is called nucleus. So here is a diagram. This is nucleus and it is filled up of proton and neutron, and electrons revolve around it in a fixed path called orbit. We will discuss about it later. So let's move on. Okay, let's talk about the subatomic particles, which are protons, electrons, neutrons. So do you know what are protons, neutrons, and electrons? Then you're at the right place. Protons and neutrons are the particles situated slash or located at the center of an atom, which we call the nucleus of an atom. And electrons are those particles which revolve around the nucleus, and the fixed path by which it revolves around the nucleus is known as orbit or cell. We are not talking about animal or plant cell, so it's a difference. Or simply understand it by a solar system diagram. Wait, let me tell you. Can you see a large difference between these two diagrams? You can't see because they are similar. Here is a diagram of an atom of potassium, and here is a diagram of solar system. The sun is situated at the middle. Here is nucleus is situated at the middle. Planets revolve around the sun. Here electrons revolve around it. So let's move on. We are watching the solar system since our childhood, and the picture of the solar system is kept in our mind, and we can draw the solar system without having a look at it. Similarly, this thing makes us to learn quickly about the atomic diagram of an element. I'm sure that you are thinking how, right? Let me tell you that how easy it is to form an atomic diagram of any element. So let's go to the next page. So to make an atomic diagram, we just have to follow these few steps. Make a little circle with the help of your compass and write P plus and N zero. Plus and zero should be at the power place. Then draw a little bigger circle than that one and then another bigger than that one. We have to use 2n square rule for it. Let us consider the orbitals B, orbit, number of cells, maximum number of electrons. So number of cells, in short we called it n. Okay, so 2 into n square means 1. The number of cells present in that atom should be its square should be multiplied. So 2 into 1 equals to 2 square. 2n square equals to 2 into 2 equals to 8 square. 8 square equals to 16. Means its number of electrons is 16. Okay. It is divided into K, L, M, N. So we will discuss about it later. It's not easy to understand it. It's of electrical configuration. We will talk about this in our later video. So let's move on. So there are 20 elements to study in class 8. They are hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, calcium. So you must remember these 20 by their atomic numbers and their symbols. You don't need to remember its balances because it's not important now. We have to study it in electrical configuration which I tell before it K, L, and M. It is related to it, so we will talk about it later. So let me show you a diagram of atom. So here I have showed you a diagram of atom of potassium which represents by K. So in the previous elemental chart, we saw the number of elements. So what is the number of potassium there? Remember, its number is 19. Its number depends on its atomic number. We will talk about it later. You will understand. So let me tell you something more about protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons, positively charged, situated at the center of atom. It's measured by AMU, which is atomic mass unit. Neutrons, chargeless, electrically neutral, as I said above, situated at the nucleus, as same as proton. Measured by AMU, as same as proton. Do you know which element doesn't have neutron? That's hydrogen. Only one element doesn't have neutron, which is hydrogen. Okay, so electrons are negatively charged, revolve around the nucleus in a fixed path called orbit, which I tell about, which is also called cell. Mass of an electron is very 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 small, so it is the 1 by 1837th part of an hydrogen. The 1 gram hydrogen is equal to 6 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of hydrogen. and which is equals to 6 into 10 to the power 3 AMU. Mass of a proton equals to nearly 1 AMU. So do you know the weight of a hydrogen? It's 19 AMU. 1 gram hydrogen equals to 19 AMU. Now, 1 coulomb charge is equals to 6 into 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons. 1 coulomb charge contain equal number of protons and electrons. So, an atom becomes electrically neutral. Understand? Let me tell you. It's simple math in equation. If there are two consonants and they have plus and minus before them, we simply cut them, right? So here's the same. Proton is plus, which is positive, and electron is minus, which is negative. So they will cut. So the left is neutron, which is electrically neutral. So an atom is also neutral. So again, subatomic particles are protons, neutrons, electrons. Their mass are protons 1 AMU, neutrons 1 AMU as same, and electrons is differ 1 by 1837 part 7th AMU. Protons are positively charged, neutrons are neutral, electrons are negatively charged, protons and neutrons are situated at the nucleus, and electrons are situated at the orbit. So let's talk about atomic mass, weight, and atomic number. So what is the atomic number and atomic weight? The total number of atoms present in the nucleus of an atom is known as atomic number. It is denoted by Z. In doing numericals, you don't have to write the full atomic number, blah blah blah. You just have to write Z is equals to dot dot dot. And atomic weight is the sum of protons and neutrons present in nucleus of a neutral atom. It is denoted by A. It's same. You don't have to write atomic weight slash mass. You just have to write is A. So simple way to understand it is by atomic number slash Z is equals to number of protons is equals to number of electrons in an atom. Atomic mass, which is A, is equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. Now we are going to learn about formulas to solve numericals. To find number of protons, we have to subtract number of neutrons from atomic mass. Means protons is equals to atomic mass minus number of neutrons. To find number of neutrons, we have to subtract number of protons from atomic mass, or simply minus atomic mass from atomic number. So first of all, you have to find the atomic number, which should be given. So let's solve a numerical. An atomic number of sulfur is 16 and its atomic mass is 32. Calculate number of protons, electrons and neutrons. We should always write given. It will not confuse us later. So given atomic number is Z is equals to 16. Atomic mass A equals to 32. We know, or Z equals to number of protons is equals to number of electrons, which is 16. So number of protons is equals to 16 and number of electrons is equals to 16. So while you draw a diagram of atom, the number of protons and electrons should be same as the atomic number is. So if the atomic number of calcium is 20, then it's the number of its protons are also 20 and the number of new electrons are also will be 20. Now A equals to number of protons plus number of neutrons, or 32 equals to 16 plus number of neutrons, or number of neutrons is equals to 32 minus 16 equals to 16. Therefore, number of neutrons is equals to 16. So let me give you a small numerical. You have to solve it and give me its answer in the comment section. Alright, then here it is. The atomic number of neon is 10 and its atomic mass is 20. Find out the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons present in it. You don't have to give the formulas, blah blah blah, just give the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons. Find it out and give me the comment sections. So I will tell you more about it, but we can't handle it in the same video. So I'm going to launch a different video for it. So watch it later. It's a bit hard to learn. So move on. In the previous uh, diagram, you have not understand what it is really. It's about electronic configuration. I will later tell you, as I said. If you like my video, like it and comment yes, and don't forget to give me the answer of it. If you want me to keep it up, then subscribe please. So thanks for watching. That's all for today. Bye bye. See you soon. Alright, namaste.